Right there. That's what I'm from. And thank you for that call and response, too. That's the church I'm from. Right? If we're not including everybody, if we don't feel part of the party is whack. That you called me over here just to see you play different songs. Let me get behind there and play my ox chord too, right? It's supposed to be community. It's supposed to be family. Something I love about life are the many contradictions we see through life. That's the fun part for me. Makes me think about how math was fun for me until letters started showing up in math. Then I didn't really like okay, what's that letter doing right there? And then my real fun part was, just having this discussion with the teacher, I'm never gonna use this, right? Like ever. And then I started realizing how the universe itself is very mathematical. To the point to where I realize right now in this moment, every single problem we're faced with is an equation. We're trying to find X. And what is X? Oh, we just talked about God's love and God's peace being inside you already. So I think you are already a mathematician in your life right now anyway, because we already know what it is. And so those contradictions I'm talking about, the number one contradiction I love is how, as a child, you got told how you were special. Because you are. You got told how special you are. Oh, you are so different. You're so unique. You are special. And I don't know about y'all, but that went to my head. I'm special. Did y'all know that? My mom and daddy told me. They're like, everybody's mommy and daddy told them we special. And then you realize, wait, well, if your parents told you you're special, and then it's confusing. And then as I've grown, I realize, wait a minute. Everyone is special. But that's also why you're not special, because everyone is special. See that? That's a contradiction. And so it's so fun to be like, you're not special. Well, you are, but I am too. So chill out with all that. What we are constantly being met with is solving for X in our lives. Where is God in this situation? That's all we ever doing. I'm realizing now, all those times when I was real sensitive and my friends used to love getting on my nerves because it was very easy to get me to react because I was just sensitive like that, Now it's the other way. Now I love making everybody else sensitive because it makes me feel better. But before, oh my goodness, you want to see a snotty nose, just start teasing me. And I'm realizing that whole time they were doing that because I, in myself, did not believe I was as special as I was saying I was. And they knew that, and they had to poke on that. And you don't really believe that, see that? If you get offended, you have work to do. If you get offended, it is not on the person who is offending you, it is on you. Sorry. I stand here right now, soon to be 45. I have been a black man in America for a very long time. And I tell you still, with all the racism, all the hate, all the things I have seen, all the times I got offended, it was on me. Do you really believe that all the goodness and all the allness and all the power of God is in you? Do you really believe that? Then what are you doing getting offended? You should be laughing at the person who's trying to offend you does not see the God. They the square, not you. Do you really believe it? I remember when that Yo Keto Taco Bell commercial came out. A lot of people were mad about that. And finally, somebody asked Carlos, I think it was Carlos Mencia, like, hey, don't you feel like they're trying to make Latinos look stupid? And he said, no. They're making Chihuahuas look smart. Be that arrogant. Be that knowing of who you are. What we're talking about right now is how the universe, just like you, is constantly rewriting its song all the time, forever. The universe never runs out of songs. It's constantly making songs right now, just like you are. You are constantly making so many songs that guess what? This thing you call your body, you're so big you'll outgrow that one time. That's how amazing you are. You can never, ever fight the remix. All you can do is embrace it. So if you're in a part in your life where your knees are getting banged up, where you're clumsy, you're bumping your head on everything, you're falling, it's okay. You're in the studio right now, working on a remix. Now, for you, those of you who may not be familiar with this word remix, it's, really reserved for 80s babies like me who were raised in the 90s. And first you get the single. We all remember that Can't Touch This single, right? Those parachute pants and just all those landmarks in Oakland. Oh, I was just over there. Okay then, Hammer. And then he gave us that remix. Not just a brand new beat, but a whole new, brand new video. Oh, he even had brand new outfits on. Wait, brand new lyrics to the song I just heard? The remix. We get to love the song all over again. And if you're smart, you'll wait until summer to put the remix out. That's a remix. As much as we love the remix, understand what goes into that. The people already fell in love with this version of the song. We're already dancing to it. You have the audacity to now turn it into something else and then tell us we're supposed to like it? It takes courage to show people your remix. Not everybody's going to appreciate it. And you have to have the courage to release it anyway. What are you going through in your life right now? Are you getting your behind kicked? Are the waves sloshing you everywhere? Do you feel like you're being ripped from limb to limb as we speak right now? Do you feel that? Good. Because the people need a remix. We all know that whenever Mary J. Blige gets her heart broken, we're going to get an amazing album, don't we? Whenever she's in a great relationship, I just don't really feel like dancing, Mary. I'm sorry. As soon as somebody breaks her heart, oh, here we go. Embrace your pain. Love your pain. And here's why. Here's the number one reason why. It's not even going to be all that deep. It's because you really can't escape it anyway. Ask your mama. It took pain for you to get here. Life is painful, just like life is joyous. So what we get to do is love both. Anybody in here like gumbo? Anybody in here like soul food? I don't know about you, but as much as I love the flavor, if there's not a little bit of spice in there, it's just not the same. I need to taste a little bit of that pain. I need to know what my ancestors been through while I'm enjoying this meal. That's the remix. Don't run from it. Do not run from it. What's a writer? What's a lyricist? What's a songwriter who has not suffered? Anybody want to listen to that song? I need to know how to get through a heartbreak. I need to know how to get through a loved one passing to the other side. I'm a Raider fan. I need to know what it's like to still have joy on a Sunday because I ain't having 20 years. Your pain is really you being chosen for something. You do know that, right? That's what it's for. I love talking about this because then I get to see everybody's eyes computing about all the darkness and yeah, you've been chosen. When you finally get through that and there's somebody going through the same thing, you get to coach them on how to get through it. That's what that's for. I am not a tough guy by any means. I'm telling you, I am not a tough guy by any means, but I remember the day I was like, I just want to be free to walk these Oakland streets without being afraid. Okay, you get to pay for that, homie. You get to pay. You get to be in some dark situations and be totally comfortable. In order to do that, you can't be faking. You get to see that pain for real. You get to be around it. It gets to splash on you too. Are you ready? While I was going through it, I did not like that. Did not like running home with bloody noses crying to my mom all the time. I did not like that. But guess what? There was one day where I came outside and everybody said, you know what? Let him through. He's ready. Who's ready to go where they want in life? Who's ready to walk around free? I'm telling you right now, freedom ain't free. It is not. But it is very affordable. You have enough right now in your pocket, I promise you. This country, this world that we love so much is going through a remix. That's all you're watching. Understand that everything you see around you is God, but we always pick the parts of God that are comfortable to like, don't we? Look at that sunshine out there. Oh, we're easy to say, oh, God is all there is. Were you saying that a few weeks ago when it was raining? Were you saying that? If God is everything, then God is your pain too. You don't believe me? Okay, I'll give you my main example. I love telling y'all all the time. We all love Muhammad Ali in here. Well, before he was Muhammad Ali, he was a little boy named Cassius Clay. And Lil Cassius had a hard-working father who bought him a bike. Back then, buying your kid a bike was an accomplishment. It was not easy to do. Cassius was so happy. He hopped on that bike, rode it around town, had it for about an hour before he decided, I want to go to the store and get myself something to drink. Set the bike down, and when he came outside with his soda, the bike was gone. Well, we have to go fill a police report. So in all that pain of missing his bike, they went down to that police station to fill a report out. And when they got there, Cassius saw that there was a boxing gym. And the rest is history. Maybe your pain is the vehicle to get you to your glory. My grandmother used to always tell this story about the dog on the tack. I used to hate this story because it was making me take accountability. And this little girl is like, Grandmama, what's wrong with that dog? It keep crying. And the dog is just howling in agonizing pain. Oh, you ever hear a dog just cry in pain and you can't do nothing about it? It breaks your heart. And Grandmama sitting there knitting her sweater. Baby, that dog sat on the tack. Well, Grandmama, if the dog is crying and in pain like that, why won't the dog just get up off the tack? And Grandmama said, when the dog is ready, it'll get off the tack. Sorry, that's the end of the story. Y'all looking like it's more. When you are ready, you will get off the tack. It's that serious. But until then, can you enjoy the remix? Can you trust the process? How many times have we seen this movie where the scary music is playing and you still know that somehow the hero is gonna win? That's you. Stop crying through it, embrace it, love it. The darkness is where all the magic comes from anyway. I realized that I wasn't the only one. I thought I was doing something cool when I go and it was my turn to rap and I get in the booth and I'm like, I'm gonna turn the lights off for my session. Then you start watching all these old, amazing recording artists. Oh, all of y'all were turning the lights off when you, okay, I did. There's only one mind, that's why. That's why when you see something great, it speaks to you because that's you. There is no difference. That's a mirror moment. Reverend Derica says your dream is supposed to scare you. That's how you know it's from God. That's how you know because it's bigger than the version you have pigeonholed yourself to. That small, safe version of you that you think you are so much bigger, and we see it. Please stop trying to hide. We see you. And here's the other part of this remix that is very important. We need a villain because it allows us to not have to work on that part of ourselves that we don't want to forgive. We all have it, okay? Now, me personally, who my grandmother and my uncle are, I got the pleasure of growing up in front of the community. So all those mistakes that a lot of us get to laugh about because nobody saw, yeah, the community saw mine. Yeah, that time the homeboys like, hey, come hit this black and mild right quick. Yeah, someone saw that. That time that girl I liked was like, hey, we could stay out just a little bit longer. My mom's not home yet. We can stay out till 11 instead of 10. Yeah, someone saw that. See, all those moments in my life where I was just being a regular person and curious about life, people saw it. And so when your shadow side is right there on the screen for people, it's easy for us to point at it and be like, look at that right there. Now you know better than that. But all that really is just an opportunity for us not to point to what's in our lives that we want to work on. That's why we love soap operas. That's why we love reality TV. That's why we love all that, because we get a villain who we get to distract ourselves from our own stuff from. Who many in here remember the Real World San Francisco? Remember that? Puck was a personal friend of my homeboys, and he told me himself, I told Puck, if you want to get remembered on this show, you can't be a nice guy. You have to come in there and be the meanest person possible, and that will get you remembered. He said he's not even a person like that. But for ratings, he decided to show up as the villain, because everybody needs a villain. It makes us feel comfortable about ourselves. But just like you were the hero in your own story, guess who you also are? Uh-oh. And all a villain really is somebody who's not accepted all of them. That's why I was not surprised when I found out that so many of these people who have preached hate through their lives had some of the same genes of those same people they were preaching hate about. I'm not going to say who's who. Y'all go ahead and do the math. Some say hating is confused aberration anyway. All I'm saying right now is that more than ever, especially in this country, we are being asked to vibrate higher. We are being asked, when we see something, do we really see something outside of ourselves, or do we see God? And a lot of people do not realize that they too are God. And so they act in ways of someone who does not realize that. What our opportunity is as mathematicians is to say, you do not fool me, God, I see you. You are right there. That does not mean let them in your house. That does not mean invite them over. That means that you get to hold that consciousness for them. We don't have to fan the flames of hate. We don't have to do that. That's really giving up your power anyway. If I walk into this room and be like, I hate you, and well, I hate you, I've won. Why would you do that? The best thing to do to a hater is to not even pay them attention. It's so fun to do it. I have a little sister who I've antagonized my whole life. It's been fun. I still do it. But let me tell you this, the moment it stopped being fun was the moment she stopped letting it get to her. It was a different game then. Then I got to realize, wait a minute, what am I doing with my life? She's not even Are we going to keep giving our power up? Are we going to allow the remix to make us greater than the version we thought we were? Your ego wants to keep you small. Your God self is saying, let's expand. And expanding is frightening. That's why we swaddle babies at first, because when they feel how big the world is, it's frightening. But when you swaddle them, okay, this is comfortable. This is what I remember. This feels like mama's womb right here. And we are always in the womb of whatever the next phase is. You are being birthed into something bigger. Stop crying and let's tie our shoes. Namaste. Love you all. And so right